Good morning, children. Now, we are going to take the second chapter in geography, that is location and extent. Now, in the previous session, we studied about field visit and the importance of field visit. Now, in this session, we are going to study about the location and extent. Here, we are going to have a comparative study of India and Brazil. Now, you might be wondering why we have taken India and Brazil. Now, the following is the criteria which was considered for taking India with Brazil. Now, the country which we are going to take should neither be very developed or underdeveloped. It should be located in different hemispheres. It shouldn't be from the same continent. Okay? And again, it should be similar to India, but also different from India in many aspects. Both the countries should have more or less the same cultural and natural diversity. Should be a member of the international organization along with India. It should have a coastline exactly like India and also have a democratic form of government. Again, there should be similarity in historical background. And it is for the same reason that Brazil was taken to have a comparative study with that of India. Okay, now let's go over to location and extent. Here, this is the map of the world. Now here, you can see that India is located along the eastern hemisphere and Brazil is located along the western hemisphere. Okay? Now, look at the flag here. All of you are familiar with this flag. This is of India. Okay? So, this is the tricolor flag of India. Okay? Now, let's come over to the capital. Now, what is the capital of India? It is New Delhi. India is the second most populated country in the world. This is a country which is famous for spices. The popular sport in India is cricket. And what about the type of government? Now, here, the type of government is Federal Parliamentary Republic. Now, let us look at the political map of India. Now, here, you can see various states. Okay, apart from that, we have also the oceans and seas which surround India. We can also see the countries which border India. Okay, now to the south, we have a small island, that is Sri Lanka. On the western side of India, we have the Arabian Sea. On the eastern side, we have the Bay of Bengal. Okay, and we call India as a peninsula. Why? Because it is a peninsula, basically means a landmass which is surrounded on three sides by water. So, we have the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean which surround India. Okay, now there's an important latitude which passes through India. That is the Tropic of Cancer. I think you can see this. The Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degrees north, passes through India. Okay, and Indian Standard Time is based on 82.5 degrees east longitude, which passes through India. Okay, now let's come over to location. Now, where is India located? India is located in the northern hemisphere as well as the eastern hemisphere and in the southern part of the continent of Asia. Now, let's go back to the map. Look at this. This is India. Now, India is located on the eastern hemisphere as well as in the northern hemisphere. Northern means it is to the north. Okay. So we have the equator passing just to the south of India. So India is located in the northern as well as in the eastern hemisphere and is a country in the continent of Asia. Now, let's come to its longitudinal, before that, latitudinal extent. Its latitudinal extent is 8 degrees, 4 minutes north to 37 degrees, 6 minutes north. Okay, so look at this latitudinal extent of India. Okay, so this is the, what are these lines? Okay, now this is the latitudinal extent, 8 degrees 4 minutes north. Okay, there's a latitude here. Okay, then so latitudinal extent of India is 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north. And longitudinal extent, its longitudinal extent is 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Okay, so this is the longitudinal extent. Okay, okay, so 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Next is the southernmost tip of India. Now Indira Point is the southernmost tip of India and it is 6 degrees 45 minutes north. Next is number of states in India. We have 28 states and 8 union territories according to 2020, that is 2021. Okay, now previously we had 29 states, but since Jammu state has been divided into 2 union territories. Okay, Jammu and Ladakh, we have now only 28 states. Okay, now next is countries and oceans which surround India. Okay, now let's come to the map again. Okay, countries, look at that. Here we have on the western side, look at this is Pakistan, we have Afghanistan. Okay, then to the north just see we have China, okay, Bhutan, then Bangladesh, Myanmar. Okay, then on the east we have the Bay of Bengal. Okay, south we have Sri Lanka. Okay, so let's come to the east. On the east we have Bangladesh, Myanmar, China and the Bay of Bengal. To the north we have the following countries: Nepal, China and Bhutan. Along the western side we have the countries Pakistan and Afghanistan and also the Arabian Sea. And to the south we have the Indian Ocean and the country and the small island of Sri Lanka. Okay, now here we have the historical background. All of you are very familiar with, you know, the background of India, but yet it's just to, you know, I'm just trying to you have to remember that about say for about 1.5 centuries India was under the British rule. Okay, India gained her independence on 15th August 1947. Okay, so India was under the British rule for almost 1.5 centuries. And she gained her independence on 15th August 1947. Okay, she had to face many problems. Okay, she had to face wars with Pakistan, with China. She had to face 3 wars and there were famines in various parts of the country. Yet she was able to, you know, overcome all these problems. Okay, And today we find India is a major developing country and also a global market. The Indian government has brought about various economic reforms in the country, okay, various 5-year plans were brought in, and this has resulted in economic development. Okay, so we have finished with India. Now let's move over to location and extent of Brazil. Now this is a flag of Brazil. Okay, so let's come to Brazil now. Brazil is famous for its samba dance, and it's also called as the coffee pot of the world. The popular game here, just as in India we have cricket, in Brazil it is football. The type of government is a federal presidential republic. Okay, and the name Brazil comes from the local wooded tree that is called pau Brazil. Okay, now look at the political map of Brazil. Okay, we have, it is surrounded by various countries like Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru. Then we have Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana. Towards the north we have the Atlantic Ocean. To the east also again we have the east and the south we have the Atlantic Ocean, and Uruguay. Okay, the capital of Brazil is Brasilia. So here let's come over to location and extent of Brazil. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Just as we said, India was located in the northern as well as in the eastern hemisphere. Brazil is located in the northern hemisphere, but most of it lies in the southern hemisphere. Okay, look at this. We have the equator. Can you see? This is a 0 degree, okay, latitude called the equator. You'll find only a small part of Brazil is in the northern hemisphere. You'll find a major part of Brazil is in the southern hemisphere. Okay, then it is also located in the western hemisphere in the northern part of the South American continent. Okay, let's go back to the map of the world. Okay, now look at this. This is Brazil. This is a world map. This is Brazil, and you'll find this is the South American continent. You'll find it is located in the northern part of the South American continent, in the continent of South America. Okay, so it is located in the western hemisphere as well as in the major part of it is in the southern hemisphere. A part of it is in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so it lies in the western hemisphere in the northern part of the South American continent. Let's come to the latitude and extent. Its latitude and extent is 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south. Okay, and longitude and extent is 34 degrees 45 minutes west to 73 degrees 48 minutes west. Then number of states here in Brazil, number of states are 26, and it is one federal district, that is of Brasilia. Okay, now next we come to neighboring countries and oceans. To the north, as I told you, we have, okay, look at this. So to the north we have the following countries: Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, and the North Atlantic Ocean. Okay, then come to the west. On the western side we have Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru, and Colombia. Okay, so come to the west. Okay, so Peru, okay, Colombia, Bolivia, and Paraguay, okay, and Argentina. Then to the south, we have Uruguay and the South Atlantic Ocean. Then on the east also, we have the South Atlantic Ocean, okay. So south, we have Uruguay and the South Atlantic Ocean, and along the east also, can you see, this is the South Atlantic Ocean, okay. So here, two important latitudes pass through Brazil. One is the equator, that is 0 degree, okay, and the other one is the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south. In India, we have the important latitude, Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north. Here it is, Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree south. Now, historical background. Now, just as India was under the British rule, Brazil was also under the Portuguese rule for more than 3 centuries. And Brazil got her independence on 7th September 1822. But from 1930 to 1985, that is for more than, say, half a century, that is for 50 years, Brazil was under the populist military regime. But like India, she was also able to overcome many of these financial difficulties. And today you find she is a major contributor to economic growth and an important market in the future. The imperialist powers that ruled Brazil also ruled Goa. Remember, Brazil was under the Portuguese rule. So you find Goa, okay, which is an important state in India, was also under the Portuguese rule. Okay, and Goa got her independence on 19th December 1966. Okay, so children, here we have concluded with the historical background of Brazil. So today we have studied location and extent of both India and Brazil. Please go through this lesson, children, and in the next class we will go over to the physiography and drainage of India and Brazil. Thank you, children.